So I'm absolutely saturated. I found out that shooting with glasses in the rain's not fun. Well, it's going to be home for the duration of attempting to get a deer. My hopes aren't exactly what you call high. Public land hunting is rough, especially when everyone else is up here doing the same thing. Alright, we're back up here having another crack at it again. It's a bit of a solo trip this time because we're going to be heading home the same night if it all goes to plan. Worst case scenario, we can crash over here, but the plan is to go home tonight, preferably with a deer, but we'll see how we go. I don't know how we're going to go shoot in the evening, but that's the time we've got available at the moment, so we're going to use it. Worst case scenario, what's going to happen? We've shot 0 deer so far. What, we shoot 0 deer? Am I going to shoot -1 deer? Am I going to owe the bush a deer? No, but seriously, like, we're pretty close. This is as close as I dare to go with the car. We're going to leave it here. The car's locked up. Well, it's got a brace and lock on it. I've pin dropped the car so we don't lose it, because that would be terrible. Because we might be coming out of here in the dark. We just don't know. And we're going to chuck some camo on, rack the old Creedmoor up and head on down. And try not to break our neck on the way. Alright. We're all locked up, ready to go. We're going back to the same place we was at before, but we're approaching from a different angle. Only because it was more accessible for the vehicle. But I want to keep trying this spot because we did find deer poo, which I now believe to be doe. But I have no reason to believe that this spot won't produce under the right conditions. So I reckon it's just a matter of time. But we're going to head down there. We just bumped a deer. I'm not sure if it was a stag or not, but it took off pretty fast. I tell you what, it's going to be rough trying to get out of here. If I manage to shoot one, it's pretty thick. I am at least 99% sure that is stag shit. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty certain. It's old. Unfortunately, it is old, but it's something. My God, that was an effort, but I think we're finally here. Holy shit, getting out of here is going to be a mission. Right, well, we are here. Now it's just trying to pick a spot. We need to get up here so we can like look down, just make sure there's nothing already here, and then pick a spot and just wait, I guess. Right, we're in position. So far I don't see much, but we're going to do some glassing and see what we see. Because you can't see much with your eyeballs, especially not with that sun. But we might be able to see something through the binos, so we'll give it a look. So far, nothing. The birds seem pretty comfortable though, so hopefully that's a good sign. If they're not up there alarm sound or anything like that. Because I feel like if the birds were making alarm sounds, then we'd have no hope of a deer walking out here. It's kind of like playing a lucky dip for animals. As you can see, it's pretty much dark. I've been sitting here and I could have shot about 9 different wallaby from where I'm sitting. But I just held off and held off and held off because I really want to get a stag. Pretty convinced they're mythical at this point, to be honest. It is rather frustrating. I swear I heard one before, but it never came out. I've completely disarmed the Creedmoor now. We're going to haul ass out of here, and I think that's the best way to do it. Lights on, unloaded, let's go. Just a little bit of a shout out to the cheapo headlamp we got. I think it cost me like $30 off Amazon. I'll put the name of it in the video, but it's pretty good. For walking out, it saved me a lot of hassle. I personally would have preferred maybe a little bit less spot and a little more spread, but got the job done. We're back here, and you know the Jeep is a sight for sore feet and eyeballs. Let's get out of here. Well, we arrived where we're supposed to be. There's been a few mishaps. We're at the highest elevation I've ever hunted at, so this should be interesting. Fuel prices went through the roof. Put in what I usually did. Obviously that wasn't enough because we're a little low on fuel. Used a bit more than we usually do too, which is unusual. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The other interesting thing is it says that there is a boat ramp where I have stopped. I don't know about you, but I don't see a boat ramp. I don't see water. So I'm not really too sure what's going on there. Well, I found a little track that branches off and it does lead roughly to where I want to be. But I'm still not seeing a boat ramp. But I reckon we'll tuck down here so we're off the main drag and we'll call that camp. Because I'm going to go look for a deer. I'll tell you what, if I get one, I'm leaving straight away. Because that's the objective. No point staying otherwise. That'll do him. Let's set her up and be done with it. Right, we're good to go. It's fucking freezing up here, so we've got a bit of warm stuff on. If we need to, we do have thermals as well, so we should be good. I haven't set up bed, haven't done dinner. Fuck it, it can wait. We're here for deer, we're gonna go look. Don't think we'll get nothing right now, but I have a good feeling about this spot. Look right now. It's old, but that gives me hope. There is so much stag shit down here. Like I've never seen. Either they come here a lot, or there was one huge group, but considering some's old and some's new, I would say that they come here a lot. I will be very, very surprised if we don't at least see one. I've got a really good feeling about this. We're going to sit here a bit. If nothing happens, then we're going to put up a trail camp, and then we go back and make some dinner. I am so excited, because I feel like I've got such a good chance. Slept alright. feel like shit. That's alright. Can we get a bit more light in here or what? It's a bit better. It's apparently 7 degrees. I tell you what, it feels a shit ton colder than that. That's alright, we'll chuck some layers on. We'll go for a wander and go get in our position, and hopefully a deer will walk out in front of us. Well, we waited all morning, didn't see a thing. I can't believe it. Heard a shot, like way off, up in the distance, over that way somewhere. So I guess somebody got something. And now there's a fucking dog, like, sort of in that general direction, barking its head off, so that no deer's gonna come near me while they're doing that. I'm back at the car. We've got some water on the go. Must have a coffee. There's too much bullshit going on this morning for no coffee. And there's spicy noodles. Feel a little bit flat at the moment, so I'll take any kind of pick-me-up I can get. Much needed. We went for a bit of a walk and found some pretty cool little locations and got to mess around a bit. Like, if hunting, I guess the only part of it you enjoy is the shooting part of it, you're probably not going to have fun, especially if you're me, because the majority of the time you're not shooting anything. But got to see some really cool stuff. Found a little frog. Now I'm just kind of chilling out a bit, getting sort of ready to make some lunch soonish. Marked a couple new spots on the map app to check out at some stage, and yeah, I don't really know what to do at the moment. I can't believe I haven't seen one. Like, even still when I was walking around, there was just so much, like, shit everywhere. Like, the most I've ever seen by a mile. It's not even close. Yet, there's nothing around. I ain't seeing any rubs, though. And that's what's kind of concerning me. Maybe that's got something to do with it. When they start rubbing, do they just, like, migrate elsewhere, or... I don't know. All part of the learning process, I suppose. That being said, I've heard 4 shots now since I've been here this morning. And one of them was really late in the day too. So obviously people are getting them. It's a little bit disheartening, but that's hunting. Time to do some lunch, I reckon, because we're probably going to be out quite a bit later this afternoon. We might not get time to. I'm thinking what we'll do, we've got some mince, we'll take the pasta and we'll make some variation of spaghetti bolognese. I think we'll do the pasta first, because the water will take longer to heat up and we've only got one burner. Just enough so it covers the pasta, because we don't want to waste our water, and I don't particularly want it to take 40 minutes for it to boil either. Good enough for me. Don't hit me camera. Oh, nearly lost it. Just a bit. Chili. And some mixed herbs for good measure. Not too much. I don't want to make a forest. Maybe just another little bit of a hit of this because a lot of it did burn out. We won't redo the red wine vinegar though because that stuff is strong. Move me past it before something flogs it. It's not going to be much in the way of vegetables. I reckon it'll be alright. Tell you what, it might not look like much, but it smells amazing. I don't know, but I'm having a pretty good time. Day 3. If we don't get something this morning, unfortunately we've got to leave. We've actually stayed in bed a little bit later today because I don't think that they're in the spot that I've been in at the moment. Like, I'm not really sure why. I think they like pushed off or something. I'm sure there's a number of factors that could contribute to that, but there's so much stag shit around here. There's rubs. I've even found velvet on the ground and no stag to show for it. No, I've not heard one like run off. I've not seen one through like glimpses in the trees, and I've covered quite a lot of ground in both the morning and the late hours. Mostly I just sit still in the morning and wait, hoping for the best, but over the evening I wander a little bit, just seeing if I can sort of catch them going between spots. But this morning we switched strategies. It's our last day. We've let them go and do whatever they wanted to do. We're going to creep down and see if we can see one. We broke our rifle sling last night going through a swamp. It was real tight and I was like pushing my way through it, following some deer tracks, just trying to sort of get an idea of where they go. And yeah, so that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but every time I'm not looking for them. I went and retrieved the trail cam. Of course it stopped working, because why wouldn't it? It's like the powers of a lion and just don't want me to have a stag. But I'm not seeing any fresh sign around here since, so I don't think we missed too much. We just seen a deer. Holy shit. I don't know whether it was a buck or a doe or a stag. But it was like way down there. He just bolted, so we're probably not going to see him again, or her. I don't know how the fuck he possibly would see me from here. I've been so quiet. But he got up and he ran. It was brown, like real light brown. I'm
just going to sit the rest of the morning and see what happens. I found this spot, I'm going to post up the rest of the morning. He was just laying down, wasn't even moving, and then he got up and he ran. I'm not sure what spooked him. I don't think it was me, because I was about 125, 150 metres away from him and not making any sound, and he still ran. But there is a bunch of birds throwing shit out the trees, so that might have been what done it. But he was already bedded down, so I hope that that's not a sign they're not moving anymore. Well, unfortunately it's time. No stag to show for our troubles. But we've waited out here as long as we can, and it's time to head home. I'll share my thoughts when I get back to the car. I'm going to go back and just pack up right now.
Well, we're back at the car. We're all packed up. And I'm just going to give my little thoughts on it. I don't think that many people will probably watch the video, and those that do probably won't make it this far anyway. But I mostly do these videos just so I can sort of look back on my own experiences, I guess you would say, and sort of put myself in the moment of how I was feeling. And like when I do have a big success, it's like, look how far I've come. But I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit bummed out. Like, I still enjoyed it. I love getting to explore new places, and camping's just my thing in general. Like, I like to do it. I haven't done a lot of solo camps though, and I gotta admit, when there's currently a fire ban on, so you can't really have a fire without registering for a permit, which I'm not going to do. It takes the element of camping away a little bit for me. I don't know what it is. It's just something about sitting around a campfire, maybe a beer or something like that. It just makes it, you know. And then you factor in that there's nobody else out here but me. It's peaceful. Don't get me wrong, it's peaceful, but at the same time, it's one of the very few things that I do enjoy doing socially. But yes, fishing and camping and stuff like that is something I do enjoy doing, at least as like a duo. But anyway, we're packed up. I'm a bit bummed out because this is something I've been working on. You've probably seen it on the rifle a few times and wondered why I haven't been using the head cam, and that's because I've only got one camera at the moment. And as you can see, basically what it does is it takes a DJI action camera. There was plenty for GoPros, but boy did I struggle to find one for this. And there's a little glass cube in there that like semi-reflects the light. You can even kind of see it on the video. But basically, you can look through it just fine and still see your crosshair and that, no problems. But it also bounces the light into the camera, so it records that. I really wanted to get some footage with it because I know it works, and I reckon it'd be really cool. But unfortunately, the only deer that we've seen either got spooked by something or seen us long before we seen him. But I'm not even sure if it was me that spooked him, to be honest. Like, I was still ages away. There was a bush between me and him. There was no wind blowing my smell around. And there was also birds throwing shit out of the trees at the time that he took off. So I don't know if that's what it was, if he was just like very flighty and got spooked by him throwing stuff. Because I don't know what they were throwing, but it was heavy. It sounded like the bird fell out of the tree. No stag to show for our troubles. We will be back. I can guarantee you that. I do enjoy it. It's just morale's a little bit low right now. And hell, we've got to see if the car still starts, because this is the first time we've ran the 12-volt system for its paces, and I hope it doesn't drain my battery. Hell yeah.